Good job. The Institute for the Achievement of Human Potential has produced some bits of information that are already made up and somewhat inexpensive, and they gave them to us at a discounted price, and we use them as a set to get started with. And they're really great because they're colorful, they're distinct, and they have, each one has a different animal or a different insect or different whatever we are showing them, and the kids love these things.
Polygons. Insects 2. And insects 1. World leaders.
Gorilla, echo, gray wolf, beaver, blue whale, walrus, common vampire bat.
I saw the end result at the Institute, and the potential that's there for kids to learn all this big information at a little age, to get that knowledge out there so people are aware of how easy it can be for little ones to learn all this big knowledge. Like, why are we waiting to teach it later? Because they're sponges now and they'll absorb it now. And what I saw at the Institute, the end result is very exciting and motivating, that the potential's there.
My greatest accomplishment so far this year, these kids, they came from kindergarten, no English at all. And we're talking about first time English, recognizing letters, recognizing the sounds. On top of that, the sight words, the high frequency words, the vowel sounds. And many of them are reading English in 3 months, reading English, identifying words, and writing really good sentences.
As we go through all these categories, there's a whole new world of thinking that we introduce these kids to. Usually what happens is that the teacher will say the word first, then the kids will say it, and then within a very short period of time, it becomes something that they learned, not memorized.
Who composed it? What year was it composed? 18? And what year was it published?
26.
And how old was he?
28.
What instruments?
It definitely works. Like I said, it has elevated my kids' reading level and their love for reading, and they love the bits. It's not a part of schoolwork or anything. It's something that they love to do. As soon as they see the bits, they sit up and they're just watching. What is new? What is next? And they love that. Something enjoying. And a lot of the things that we want to teach our kids, we present them as something that they have to do. It's not something that they want to do, and these bits are something that they want to do.
Helen Keller once said that the world exists in language, and I discovered with my own son that the more language you give a child, the more world they have.
What is this? What is the function of the brain, Giovanni? That is the part of your body that helps you think.
Benjamin Franklin.
He invented electricity.
Guglielmo Marconi. And he invented what? Radio. Very good.
Echo, hour hand. Analog clock. Minute hand. Time. O'clock. Digital notation. On your own. Use your brains. Good job.
Team Children has been working to provide opportunities for the students to engage in field trips that complement the educational program. This past year, the children learned about artists and great art masterpieces and were able to visit the Philadelphia Art Museum.
I want to see Pablo Picasso.
What do you want to see?
Vincent Van Gogh.
Hi, I'm Amy Cotton, and we went to the art museum today for a field trip, and the kids really enjoyed it. And we got to see some paintings that we've been looking at in school using the picture bits.
The kids loved it. They recognized artwork. Who knows the name of the artist that painted this?
Vincent Van Gogh.
Very good. Let's all say Vincent Van Gogh.
Vincent Van Gogh.
A lot of them were saying they wanted to come back with their parents.
My name is Amy Danford, and I'm an educator here at the Art Museum. And we've had a great time with Pequeños Pasos. They've been a phenomenal group, very engaged, very excited.
They never get a chance to see these things like this at home. So it's actually good that we get to take them to places like this so that they can explore and, come on and see more things that they never really see.
We had a big meeting of all the top people with Aspira, and we decided to turn Mrs. Perez's classroom into a model classroom, or a semi-model classroom. And one of the things I saw that we would need is to put a brachiation ladder in. And so I got my friend Frank Zadlow. He made a brachiation ladder. He donated it to the project, and we brought it in and we put it up. And I also bought some carpet, and we started having kids creep and crawl in the hallway. And that has never been done before in a public school that I know of. And the results were immediate, and they were profound. The kids love it, the teachers loved it, and I'll let them speak for themselves.
Creeping and crawling improves neurological organization, whether it happens naturally as the child progresses through those stages as he develops, or later on it's determined we want to give that child more opportunity to do that. We can see the same improvements in those children later on. The world must have intuited it's good to brachiate, because when I was a child there were brachiation bars all over the playground, and some kids could do it and some kids could not do it. However, brachiation is something that when you look at the primates, they brachiate and they have very good chest cavities. You find when a child brachiates, their respiration improves, is one thing that we have seen. The manual pathway to the brain goes through different phases, and one of them is cortical opposition. Every time you go from rung to rung, you are using your cortical opposition. It forces the vision to converge. You need to see where you're swinging to. You need to see where that next rung is. So we find that convergence improves with the brachiation too.
The brachiating and the creeping and crawling, I notice, has helped them out. I would say out of my 6 students that were mirror writing, that means they're writing their words backwards, 4 of them have stopped doing that. 2 are still, mirror writing. However, their handwriting has improved. And that's not just within those 6 students. Across the board, their handwriting is much neater. So not only has it improved handwriting, I noticed, like I said, they jumped at least 2 levels with reading. So I think that has to do with, how they're seeing these words.
It makes total sense that it makes it easier for children to write when they have had more opportunity for cortical opposition. They would find it easier to write, easier to do manual activities.
We were able to see some change, some differences in the classroom from the handwriting of the students. They're especially because they are brachiating and they're also creeping and crawling throughout the day as well. So we've noticed a difference in how much they write as well, which is great.
I have a very active group, and they like it. They ask to do it. They're excited about doing it. The ladder I broke into steps. At first they were hanging, and then of course they wanted to do 2 hands, but I showed them how to do every other hand, and I can see every kid getting better. I can see every kid going further. I can see every kid getting faster and stronger, because I make sure I do it more than once a day, every day.
My name is Yolanda Morales Cooper, and my son is a 5-year-old kindergarten student in Ms. Perez's classroom 114. He has been in the BITS program over at Pequeños Pasos for 2 years, and then came here, even though he wasn't of age, came here to complete the kindergarten program and follow the kids through that program as well. I have to tell you, it's been doing wonders. The introduction of the ladders, I noticed, or excuse me, if you will, the brachiation ladder, really has improved his writing, or at least that's what I'm noticing lately. That and the crawling that they do, I think that it really helps focus the child a little bit in terms of what they're supposed to be doing in the classroom.
Team Children has been providing computers for every classroom since the start of the program, as well as additional low-cost refurbished computers for the families enrolled in the charter schools. While the results have been amazing, we realized that without printers in the classrooms, teachers were constrained by their inability to create and print additional materials to supplement the classroom learning. Thanks to the generous donations from PICO through the United Way and Santa Fe Aventus, most classrooms received printers this past school year.
Having a printer in my classroom with a working printer, it will make a big difference because I will be able to have all the materials that I want, whether it's something extra that I want to add to, I will have it done.
The fact that I can print, my lesson plan, and I don't have to run around the building trying to find a computer that's free, that's attached to a printer, and not having to use my own, which is expensive, with the color ink, it's very helpful. The fact that I could print a lot of things at my own time.
I have the kids typing their name, their letters in their name, and they're so excited to print it out. If I would have them write their name, they're not interested. But to type their name and print it out and then have their name, or when we were doing summer, we started typing out summer words. I would, with sun, what do you think it starts with? And they would type it out and print it out, and then they would draw the sun and be so excited about it. So I love the printer.
We have always found that exactly the right person seems to arrive at exactly the right moment. And for us, and in this project, this program with Aspira, that magic really began with Team Children, where that group, led by Robert Toporek, really saw the need, jumped into the void, and endured 1,000 inconveniences in order to keep their eye on the prize and make sure that this happened. And that has been invaluable.
It's often said you only have one life to live, and this is the one that I'm living. And I've always been passionate about this. My passion is babies and children. I've been involved in working with babies and children since my days in Vietnam. I'm tremendously excited about the progress we made with Aspira, the model that it's causing and creating. My goal is to give Aspira everything I've got, to give this, make this the best model possible for this region, the state, the nation. If the Institutes for the Achievement of Human Potential and many of the people I've worked with have demonstrated that they can teach babies how to read, then there's really no reason why every child can't be proficient in reading and math and science, and we can't actually move the needle on education in this country to where it belongs, which is first in the world.
Every day on top of this. But Robert has dedicated himself, and I want you all to hear this, because he's doing it, and he's not expecting any, he hasn't expected payment or anything like that. He's just doing it because he believes in it. And I wanted to publicly thank him in front of you, because I don't think I've ever done that. So I do want to please give him an applause.